Hi, I'm Kevin Farrell from Prius Healthcare USA, where we provide you the most highly durable and clinically effective therapeutic support surfaces in the industry. Today, we're going to discuss the Prius Salute RDX. This mattress delivers 3-in-1 alternation therapy. It also delivers micro-low air loss for temperature and microclimate management. And then as well has the patented Happy Heel section to help take care of those patients' fragile heels. This is our workhorse product, and I'm proud to show it to you here right now. So let's discuss the controls here on the Salute RDX. First, to turn the unit on, there's a power switch on the side. That'll illuminate the orange standby light. The secondary part of turning this on is pushing the power button. And when I push and hold there, it'll switch it from standby to the green light illuminates for operate. Now you can hear the pump pumping air into the mattress, and that'll get it aired up for you. The next control is the max inflate or the patient care button. So when you want to ingress and egress the patient in and out of the mattress, you're just going to go ahead and push this max inflate. That's going to turn the dial all the way up on the pressure to make it firm, so it gives the patient a much more firm surface from which to enter and exit the bed. Now, the max inflate does have a fail-safe, so after 25 minutes of the max inflate being on, it'll automatically turn itself off, so that if the caregiver does forget to release that max inflate, the mattress will go right back to the same comfort setting for best therapeutic benefit for the patient. The next button on the control panel is the Happy Heel. This is an exclusive therapy to only Prius mattresses. And what you'll do is you'll depress this Happy Heel button, the green light will illuminate, and then the last 5 air cells on the bottom of the mattress, they're going to let out 20 to 25% of the air versus the rest of the mattress in order to soften up that heel section to protect the patient's fragile heels. It's a great therapeutic benefit. When the unit is first turned on, it's going to default in the static therapy mode. So you see the green light is illuminated under static. If you push and switch it to alternate, now the mattress is going to alternate. Every 3rd air cell is going to deflate. You can hear the air rush now in order to help provide reactive hyperemia and the best potential therapy. So with that, now you have your cycle time, which is now illuminated. So you can set the cycle time for alternating pressure between 5, 10, 15, or 20 minutes. Our recommendation to start, go ahead and start it in 10. The next feature here on the Salute RDX control panel is the lockout feature. If you push and hold for about 4 seconds, that green light will illuminate, and now all the controls will be locked out so that nobody can inadvertently switch whatever controls that you've set up for your patient. If you do need to alter the controls after this, go ahead and push and hold that lock button again. Again, after about 3 to 4 seconds, that light will now extinguish, and you can go ahead and alter the controls once again. The next control we have here on the Salute is the alarm mute. So right now we have the alarm, the audible alarm turned off. We do have 3 different alarm settings, which I'll talk about here in a second. But if one of the alarms does go off, in this case we'll simulate a power failure, you'll see the orange light blinking, and then you can also hear the audible alert. If you want to turn that off because you know there's a power issue and you're going to troubleshoot it, just go ahead and push that alarm mute. That'll turn it off, be less jarring or disruptive to your patient. So you heard the power failure alarm go off a second ago. Anytime that the power is cut to the unit, including if you turn it off improperly, which is just turn it off from the switch instead of from the control panel itself, that power failure alarm will go off. It'll give you the time to go ahead and troubleshoot. If the plug is unplugged, that's how you know you have a power failure. To properly shut down this unit, you want to go ahead and push the power button, the main power button, for a few seconds, let it go back to standby, and then turn it off from the rocker switch on the side. Then the power failure will not go off. The low pressure alarm. As you can see right now, we do have an orange light there. All that means is that it's actually in a cycle right now, switching between the alternating cells. But unless it blinks and you hear that audible alarm, you're not actually having a low pressure event. The only way to have a low pressure event is if you have 30 consecutive minutes of the pump trying to catch up and trying to fill air into the mattress and it doesn't. The most common reasons for that not happening is because the connector on the side here, which we'll show you, is not connected properly, or the CPR valve is open. The other possibility could be a leak somewhere in the system. That's a very rare issue, though, with the nylon polyurethane cells that we use here on the Prius Salute RDX. The final light that we have here, and it's not even an alarm, it's the service light. This service light will come on after 1 year of consecutive use of the Salute RDX. The service light, it's just like your oil change light in your car. When that comes on, it doesn't mean that there's anything physically wrong with this unit. It's still going to work just fine. But because of the Happy Heel, we have a sophisticated valve system in here that in order to extend the life of that valve so that you can get 5 to 7 to even 10 years out of this unit, we recommend that you pull out the valve and perform a maintenance service on it. That can be done by your dealer if that's where you got it from, or you can always call Prius and we can help out with that as well. But the unit will continue to work just fine even with that service light on. It's just like your oil change light. Final set of controls here on the control panel is the comfort setting. It's going to default to setting 3. You can increase the amount of air if you need to based on the patient's position and size in the mattress. The way we optimally recommend to set the pressure is to do the hand check method, which we'll show you in a second. However, because it is a comfort setting, if the patient feels like the bed is too firm, go ahead and lower the amount of air, or if they feel that they're sinking in too much, or if they're bottoming out, you're going to want to make sure that you go ahead and raise that amount of air. Now that we've fully gone through the control unit for the Salute RDX, let's talk about the mattress. We'll start with the top cover. So the top cover is a low friction, low shear, nylon polyurethane material. And by low friction, low shear, I mean that the patient's body will move very well with it so that they're not prone to skin tears or, again, build up any friction that can cause any skin integrity issues. Another important principle of this top cover for the Prius Salute RDX is the infection control lip that we have on the side here. We'll show you a close-up in a second. But what it does is that the lip goes all the way over the bottom cover, including that zipper, so that if there are any fluid issues, everything will drip down over that infection control lip and straight down to the floor, not contaminating any part of the bottom cover or, again, that zipper. So the mattress has an infection control lip, which ensures that fluids will drip down all the way to the bottom of the floor and not contaminate the zipper or any of the bottom cover. All right, let's go ahead and unzip the top cover. We can show you what's under the hood here, and you can see how the therapy works in the Prius Salute RDX. So it zips from the bottom cover, from the foot end of the cover. Zip this all the way up, and inside here, we've got 18 nylon polyurethane air cells. Now, nylon polyurethane, that's a much stronger material than you'll find in many other of the air mattresses in the market. It's going to hold up a long time. It is very, very unlikely, almost completely rare, that any of these cells will develop leaks on their own without some sort of physical damage to it. So it's going to hold up, as we mentioned, highly durable, all our Prius mattress systems. Now, with these 18 air cells, in the center 7 air cells, we've got 4 lower air loss holes on either side in order to be able to provide some of that microclimate and temperature management from the low air loss. In addition to that, we talked about the alternating pressure therapy. And here at Prius, we do a true alternation. So the top part of my air cells are completely deflated to provide an area of zero pressure with pressure around it. It helps induce that reactive hyperemia, it speeds healing time, and certainly is excellent at preventing pressure ulcers. All the air cells here in the Salute RDX, they're 8 inches tall, but it's a split cell. So the top 4.5 inches of the cell, that's where the therapy is. So it'll inflate and deflate. On the bottom 3.5 inches, that air stays static, meaning that it's never going to leave. So as it's a one-way valve that fills that part of it. So in the event of a power outage, while the top 4.5 inches will eventually deflate, that bottom 3.5 inches is going to stay inflated indefinitely. In fact, the only way to get that air out of the bottom 3.5 inches is to go ahead and open up the CPR valve at the head end. So if you do have any issues with power, especially if you're in a home setting, you can rest assured that your patient will always be on at least 3.5 inches of air when that power does go out. One more aspect here on the inside of the Salute RDX is our cell containment system. You'll notice that the air cells have a blue polyester material that runs over top from the head end to the foot end. And what it is, each one of these is a pocket that the air cell is inserted into. So therefore, these air cells will never get out of sequence or fall underneath each other, causing one to go real high. It keeps every single air cell in its place, so that it's always maximizing the benefit of the therapy of the mattress. For the benefit of temperature and microclimate management, we have the air holes, which are indicated by these white circles. There's 4 in each air cell, in the middle 7 cells of the mattress. The Salute RDX employs 3-in-1 alternating pressure. So every 3rd air cell is going to be deflated. In this case, it provides an area of 0 pressure, best to help induce reactive hyperemia. In the event of a power outage, while the top 4.5 inches will deflate, the bottom 3.5 inches stay static and will always be inflated to provide an air cushion for them during the power outage. As I mentioned, the Salute RDX employs 3-in-1 alternating pressure. And what that means is that every 3rd air cell is going to deflate. What that provides is that you have 2 air cells filled so that almost 70% of the body is always supported by air, thus giving the patient a more comfortable and more gentle alternation than your basic 2-in-1 system. To install the Salute RDX, the mattress system is going to come in 2 pieces. The first is going to be the mattress itself, and then the control unit. So for the mattress, it'll come rolled up in a box. What you want to do is put it onto the pan deck or spring deck of your bed frame. Go ahead and unroll it. Make sure the CPR valve is up at the head end. And the mattress connector itself is at the foot end. And then this mattress needs to be secured to the bed frame. So with that, we have D-ring straps. There's 2 at the foot end, 2 on the patient left, 2 on the patient right, and then 2 up at the head. And you're going to want to make sure that you secure those straps to the movable part of the bed deck. So the mattress will move along with it very nicely, and you don't risk breaking those D-ring straps. The second component of the Prius Salute RDX mattress system is the control unit itself. This is what's going to provide the air. It's got a 10-liter compressor to do so. So with spring-loaded hooks, we're going to go ahead and affix it to the footboard itself, put it in place. Then what you want to do is connect the mattress connector. And with this one, it's a two-pronged unit. So you're going to put it in the bottom first, and here click, and then the top and here click. Both need to be clicked in. So there's 2 clicks that need to be put in the bottom first, click, and then in the top. And that'll secure it in place. After connecting the mattress coupler, next thing to do is to plug in the unit. And with the Prius mattress system here, we have a cable management system. It's a series of fabric loops that run up the side of the mattress. So it gets this cord up off the ground to help prevent a tripping hazard for either the caregiver or the patient themselves. Just put this through like such. We'll show you a close-up here in a second. Run the plug up the side of the mattress through the cable management system, which gets the cord up off the ground to prevent a tripping hazard for both the caregiver and the patient themselves. To turn on the Salute RDX, you're going to want to, it's a 2-step process. You're going to want to first flip the rocker switch to power on, and then go to the control panel. You saw in the install how we have the spring-loaded hooks. Those hooks are going to affix very tightly to the footboard. That's what the spring is for. The other thing I want to point out here on the back is the filter. So there is a filter. You just open up the cover here, and inside is a white filter. That needs to be rinsed out every 90 days. Dust will build up on it as it brings the ambient air in from whatever room you're in order to power and air up the system and continually air it. So every 90 days this needs to be taken out, cleaned off, again, run under lukewarm water, and then just let it sit for about 5 minutes to dry. Go ahead, place it back in its cover, and then affix the cover back to the unit itself. Thank you for watching this video on the Salute RDX system from Prius Healthcare. If you do have any issues, please contact your dealer who you purchased it from, or you can always call our service line at 877-446-4925. And our technicians will be on the line to help you with whatever problems you have. Thanks again. Take care.